Welcome to our channel. Are you ready to take a journey into the past and see where the original cast of The Addams Family ended up?
We've lost him.
Can I look, Mother?
Certainly not. Grandmama, take her to her room.
Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next nostalgic look back. The Addams Family wasn't just another sitcom when it first aired in 1964. It was a phenomenon that brought a unique mix of humor, gothic style, and the charm of the macabre to television. Its witty script and unforgettable characters made it an instant classic, and it has kept audiences enchanted for decades. People everywhere still love the Addamses, and fans are always curious about what happened to the actors who played the original quirky characters. So, grab some popcorn, sit back, and let's catch up with the cast of this legendary show. John Aston.
Gomez, darling.
John Aston's portrayal of Gomez Addams was nothing short of iconic. As the flamboyant, quick-witted head of the Addams family, he brought a unique blend of charm, eccentricity, and boundless enthusiasm to the role. Whether passionately fencing, doting obsessively on Morticia, or gleefully engaging in darkly comedic antics, Aston's Gomez was a father like no other, dynamic, unpredictable, and endlessly entertaining. When The Addams Family wrapped up, John Aston found his career booming. He didn't just fade into the background. Aston went on to rack up over 120 screen credits after The Addams Family, popping up in popular shows The Phyllis Diller Show, Night Gallery, and landing a memorable recurring role on Night Court. And he didn't stop there. Aston's voice became a familiar sound in classic animation too, voicing characters in shows like Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels and the Duckman. Then, in 1977, fans got a real treat. Aston returned as Gomez for the TV movie Halloween with the New Addams Family, proving that nobody else could play the character quite like he could. Aston's passion for acting only grew over the years, and he found a whole new way to connect with it: teaching. In 2002, he returned to his old stomping grounds at Johns Hopkins University, where he took on a role as the director of the Theater Arts and Studies Department. There, he's been inspiring the next generation of actors and directors, teaching up to 8 classes a year. And he's made such an impact on campus that they named the theater after him. A pretty amazing tribute for a guy who brought so much life to the arts, both on screen and off. Carolyn Jones. As Morticia Addams, Carolyn Jones personified grace and elegance with a gothic twist. Her sleek black attire, long dark hair, and graceful manner made Morticia the perfect counterbalance to Gomez's wild antics. Jones brought Morticia's calm and slightly dark humor to life, creating a character who was both maternal and mysterious, setting an enduring standard for strong female leads in a genre that often lacked them. After her unforgettable role as Morticia Addams, Carolyn Jones became a fixture on TV screens across America. She popped up in popular shows like The Batman, where she played the striking Queen of Diamonds and made appearances on Mod Squad, Ironside, and The Fantasy Island. She even revisited Morticia in a 1973 episode of the new Scooby-Doo movies, bringing her signature voice back to the role fans loved. And in 1977, she reconnected with her Addams Family castmates for the TV movie Halloween with the New Addams Family. In the 1980s, Jones took on what would become her final role in the soap opera Capital, portraying the powerful matriarch of the Clegg family, a role that perfectly suited her commanding presence. But behind the scenes, Jones was fighting a tough battle with cancer. Diagnosed with colon cancer in 1982, she continued to work on the Capital I, sometimes even acting from a wheelchair as her illness progressed. Sadly, Jones passed away from cancer at just 53, leaving a legacy that lives on in her iconic roles. She may be gone, but Carolyn Jones's impact on screen is one fans will never forget. Jackie Coogan. Jackie Coogan brought a unique, playful energy to Uncle Fester, making him one of the Addams family's most unforgettable characters. A former child star, and once one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, Coogan had a natural gift for capturing an audience's attention. He infused Fester with a charming blend of warmth and zany humor, bringing to life the character's love of explosives and his delightfully offbeat curiosity. Jackie Coogan's career continued to thrive long after his days as the unforgettable Uncle Fester into The Addams Family. Following his iconic role, Coogan stayed busy in Hollywood, building a solid reputation as a talented character actor, with roles across both TV and film. Although he starred in a vast array of projects, his portrayal of Uncle Fester would become one of the most beloved roles of his life. It marked a triumphant return to the spotlight for Coogan, who had originally gained fame as a child and started working alongside Charlie Chaplin into The Kid. The character of Fester allowed Coogan to show his impressive comedic timing, versatility, and unique charm, creating a legacy that would resonate with fans of all ages. Coogan remained dedicated to his craft and appeared in various productions up until his passing in 1984, leaving a lasting legacy that both Addams Family enthusiasts and Hollywood continue to honor. Ted Cassidy. Ted Cassidy's portrayal of Lurch, the towering, stoic butler, was iconic in every way. With his deep, resonant voice and unforgettable catchphrase, "You rang," Cassidy crafted a character both imposing and unexpectedly endearing. Ted Cassidy's imposing height and distinctive look became both his strength and his challenge in Hollywood, shaping a career filled with unforgettable characters. His towering presence was due to acromegaly, a rare pituitary gland disorder that led to continued growth into adulthood, eventually reaching nearly 7 feet. This condition not only contributed to his imposing frame, but also to his deep, resonant voice, a feature that quickly set him apart in the industry. Following his standout role as Lurch in The Addams Family, Cassidy's unique attributes kept him in steady demand. Whenever a production called for an imposing or unforgettable figure, Cassidy was often the first choice. He took on recurring roles in series like The New Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Ironside, and The Star Trek, where his larger-than-life presence added depth to every part he played. His voice acting became a celebrated extension of his talent. Cassidy voiced numerous characters for Hanna-Barbera and other animation studios, bringing to life everyone from intimidating villains to whimsical creatures. Perhaps most famously, Cassidy's voice opens The Incredible Hulk TV series with the iconic line, "Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry," a phrase that remains etched in television history. Through his vocal and physical performances, Cassidy left an enduring legacy, blending charisma with a rare, unforgettable presence. Lisa Loring. Lisa Loring brought the delightfully eerie Wednesday Addams to life with charm and skill, creating an unforgettable character defined by her deadpan delivery and fascination with the macabre. As the sweet yet unsettling daughter of the Addams family, Wednesday's love of all things dark and creepy made her instantly memorable. Lisa Loring faced a number of personal struggles after the Addams family ended. Becoming a mother at just 15, Lisa found balancing a career challenging. She continued to take small acting roles in the 1970s and early 80s, but her main work shifted to behind the scenes as a makeup artist in the adult film industry. It was there that she met her future husband, actor Jerry Butler. Sadly, the marriage didn't last, and during this difficult time, she turned to heroin as a way to cope. Her stress was worsened by the tragic loss of her friend Kelly Van Dyke, an adult film actress who took her own life, a tragedy Lisa herself discovered. Despite these hardships, Lisa was determined to rebuild. In 1992, she completed a rehab program and managed to turn her life around. She found a new career in interior design, returned to acting briefly, with her last role being in Dr. Spine in 2015, and enjoyed reconnecting with fans by attending conventions. Family remained her central focus. Sadly, Lisa passed away on January 28, 2023, at the age of 64. According to her friend Lori Jacobson, Lisa suffered a stroke due to complications from high blood pressure and smoking. After 3 days on life support, her family made the difficult decision to let her go. Though she's gone, her legacy as the original Wednesday Addams lives on. Ken Weatherwax. Ken Weatherwax brought an endearing innocence to Pugsley Addams, the curious and often mischievous brother to Wednesday. Through Pugsley's playful spirit and his unflinching enjoyment of the family's quirky activities, Weatherwax added a dose of lightheartedness to the show. His chemistry with Wednesday showcased a sibling bond built on shared mischief and a love for all things unusual, capturing the essence of childhood fun even within the Addams family's eccentric world. After wrapping up the Addams Family in 1966, Ken Weatherwax found it difficult to escape the role of Pugsley. His next part wasn't until 1973, when he voiced Pugsley in an animated version of the show, followed by a return in the 1977 TV movie Halloween with the new Addams Family. Reflecting on his career struggles, Weatherwax once explained he had been typecast as Pugsley and also faced bullying from classmates. "Frankly, I didn't deal with it very well," he admitted in a 2008 interview with Bill O'Reilly, revealing that he was expelled from several schools before enlisting in the Army at 17. Moving away from acting, Weatherwax transitioned to work behind the camera as a grip and set builder for various productions, as The Hollywood Reporter noted. Tragically, he passed away in 2014. According to TMZ, Weatherwax's impact was such that he was honored with 2 funerals, one for family and another for fans, demonstrating that even a single beloved role can leave a lasting impression on audiences for decades. Felix Sila. Felix Sila's performance as Cousin It was one of the most delightfully eccentric elements of the Addams Family. Dressed in a cascade of hair that obscured his features, It communicated through a unique blend of gibberish and expressive gestures, infusing each scene with mystery and humor. His quirky nature and enigmatic persona captivated audiences, making Cousin It an unforgettable favorite. Like many actors of shorter stature, Felix Sila faced challenges in finding diverse roles outside the stereotypical parts often available in Hollywood. He portrayed both a troll and a goblin in Bewitched, took on the role of a circus performer in The Girl from UNCLE, and donned the iconic suit of Tweaky, the robot in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, IMDb. His work often required heavy makeup or elaborate costumes, leaving him largely unrecognizable and preventing many viewers from connecting his different performances. Sila's size also opened opportunities as a stunt double and stand-in for child actors, allowing him to work on major films such as Poltergeist, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and Howard the Duck, as reported by Rolling Stone. In April 2021, The Hollywood Reporter announced Sila's passing at the age of 84, following a battle with pancreatic cancer. His unique presence and contributions to film and television left an enduring mark on the industry. Marie Blake. Marie Blake, or as fans of the Addams Family knew her, Blossom Rock, brought the eccentric grandmama to life with decades of experience behind her. Her career went back to the early Hollywood days, and she was especially loved for her role as Sally, the sharp-witted switchboard operator in the Dr. Kildare movie series from the 40s. But the Addams Family would turn out to be her final role. After the second season wrapped, Marie suffered a stroke that ended her acting career and affected her speech significantly. This sadly meant she couldn't rejoin her on-screen family for the 1977 TV movie Halloween with the new Addams Family, which reunited many of the original cast members. In her later years, she lived at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital, a supportive community for industry members. From there, she watched her Addams Family cast continue the legacy she helped build, and the TV movie even aired just a few months before her passing in January 1978, at the age of 82. Her legacy as Grandmama remains a treasured part of the Addams Family history, reminding us of her lasting charm and talent. Parley Bear. Parley Bear, who played Mayor Arthur Henson on The Addams Family, became known for his knack for portraying authoritative figures, frequently cast as judges, mayors, or police officers. His ability to bring to life impatient or slightly bewildered authority figures became a defining trait in his later work. Throughout his career, Bear was often tapped for roles that called for either a warm, grandfatherly character or a grumpy elder. He played Doc Appleby in The Dukes of Hazzard, Judge Parker in L.A. Law, and one of his final roles was as Miles Dugan in The Young and the Restless, IMDb. Bear's reputation as a lovable grouch also earned him small film roles, such as Grandpa Anderson in License to Drive, where he starred as the overprotective owner of a prized Cadillac entrusted to Corey Haim's on-screen father. Despite being typecast in his later years, Bear saw value in actors over 65, noting their importance in the industry. When speaking about his role in The Young and the Restless, he said, "I hope it will bring to light the fact that people who have reached the zenith of 65 or more are not through." The Los Angeles Times. Through his many roles, Bear proved his enduring relevance and talent, continuing to make his mark well into the 1980s and 1990s. Vito Scotty. Vito Scotty, the unforgettable character actor who played Sam Picasso on The Addams Family, was often described by the Los Angeles Times as a modern man with 1,000 faces. Known for his expressive Italian features, Scotty's looks and versatility made him Hollywood's go-to for ethnic roles, which allowed him to portray characters of various backgrounds, though many of these portrayals wouldn't be acceptable by today's standards. From Latin American to Middle Eastern characters, Scotty's career saw him cast in roles that often leaned heavily on stereotypes, something that was common in his era. Scotty's range was showcased in memorable parts, such as a Romany man on The Andy Griffith Show, a bumbling Japanese submarine captain on Gilligan's Island, and a handful of Native American roles in the Western Gunsmoke. He even took on a serious role in The Godfather as Nazarene. Scotty's career spanned decades, with steady work on popular TV shows like Who's the Boss and Columbo, right up until he retired in 1995. His final film appearance was in the comedy Get Shorty, adding a touch of humor to his long list of credits. Off-screen, Scotty was dedicated to making a difference. One of his proudest efforts was raising funds for the Carmen Fund, a charity named after his daughter, which supported students with disabilities at Joaquin Miller High School. According to the Los Angeles Times, Scotty's daughter was one of the first patients to undergo spinal implant surgery, inspiring Scotty's commitment to the fund and to helping families with similar challenges. Vito Scotty passed away in June 1996, marking the end of a prolific career that spanned decades and included countless iconic roles. While he may no longer be with us, his unforgettable characters and dedicated off-screen efforts live on as a testament to his versatility and compassion. Rolf Sedan. Rolf Sedan brought a memorable charm to the Addams Family as the suspicious postman, contributing to the show's humor with every appearance. Though he only featured in a few episodes, audiences could easily recognize him as a seasoned actor whose career dated back to the silent film era. With nearly 300 screen credits before joining the 1960s series, Sedan established himself as a reliable character actor, achieving notable recognition as a regular on The George Burns and Gracie Allen Show. Beyond the Addams Family, Sedan's versatile talent across radio, theater, and film kept him in demand throughout the years. He appeared in popular TV series like Maude and Kung Fu, and continued to accept small film roles, including a part in Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein. After officially retiring in 1977, he enjoyed a quieter life until his passing on September 15, 1982. Which Addams Family character was your favorite? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this nostalgic journey, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on your favorite classic TV shows and stars. Hey everyone! If you're a fan of Little House on the Prairie, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more nostalgic journeys into your favorite TV shows and their stars.
What are you doing?
I'm leaving.
Oh, Nels. Heaven.
You don't need me around here.
Oh, well.
You don't.
For nearly a decade, Little House on the Prairie captivated audiences with its heartwarming tales of family, faith, and frontier life. Based on the beloved books by Laura Ingalls Wilder, the show followed the lives of the Ingalls family as they settled in Walnut Grove, Minnesota. It wasn't just a television series. It was a reflection of simpler times, of love and hardship, and the unbreakable bonds of family. Over the years, it has continued to be a source of comfort and nostalgia for millions of fans. But as much as we remember the show, what about the actors who brought those characters to life? How have they transformed since we last saw them on screen? 1. Michael Landon, Charles Ingalls. Michael Landon brought depth and warmth to the role of Charles Ingalls, the steady, loving father who was the heart of the Ingalls family. As Charles, or Pa, Landon embodied the ideal of a devoted and hardworking man who did everything in his power to support and protect his family, even in the face of countless challenges on the frontier. Landon was in his late 30s when he took on the role, and his portrayal, marked by his genuine, compassionate nature, made him a beloved figure in households across America. His ability to balance strength with tenderness cemented him as one of television's most memorable father figures. Unfortunately, we lost Michael Landon far too soon. He passed away in 1991 at the age of 54 from pancreatic cancer, but his impact on television is undeniable. In addition to Little House on the Prairie, Landon was a huge part of TV history with his work on Bonanza and Highway to Heaven. He not only acted but also directed and produced many episodes of Little House. His legacy endures, with reruns of his shows continuing to air and inspire new generations. Even today, Landon is remembered as one of the most iconic figures in TV history. 2. Karen Grassel, Caroline Ingalls. Karen Grassel brought to life the role of Caroline Ingalls, the kind, gentle, and resilient matriarch of the Ingalls family, in the beloved series Little House on the Prairie. As Ma Ingalls, Grassel portrayed a figure of unwavering strength and maternal love, providing stability and guidance to her children and husband in the harsh conditions of the frontier. In her early 30s when she took on the role, Grassel's portrayal became synonymous with grace and fortitude, embodying the spirit of pioneering women who faced adversity with resilience and compassion. At 81, Karen Grassel is still a force to be reckoned with. She continues to perform, most recently taking on roles in theater productions. She's been candid in interviews, reflecting on her time as Caroline Ingalls and sharing stories of her rich career. Even after all these years, Grassel remains connected to the character of Caroline and continues to be beloved by fans for her timeless performance. In her personal life, she's also been an advocate for women's rights, adding to her impressive legacy both on and off the screen. 3. Melissa Gilbert, Laura Ingalls. Who could forget little Laura Ingalls, the spunky, adventurous girl with big dreams? Melissa Gilbert became America's sweetheart when she was cast as Laura, starting the role at just 10 years old. Gilbert's portrayal of Laura took viewers on a journey from childhood to adulthood, and her character was the emotional center of the show for many fans. Melissa Gilbert, now 59, has led a fascinating life since her days as Laura. She continued to act, starring in films, TV shows, and even on Broadway. In addition to her acting career, Gilbert has also ventured into writing, penning several books, including a memoir where she shares candid insights into her life in Hollywood and beyond. In recent years, she's been focused on her family and personal projects, while still making appearances at fan conventions, where she continues to connect with Little House fans. Gilbert remains a down-to-earth, relatable figure who holds a special place in the hearts of many. 4. Melissa Sue Anderson, Mary Ingalls. Melissa Sue Anderson played Mary Ingalls, the eldest Ingalls daughter. Mary's storylines were some of the most dramatic on the show, especially when she tragically went blind, a role that required immense emotional depth. Anderson took on this challenging part at a young age and became one of the show's standout performers. Now 60, Melissa Sue Anderson is still recognized for her role as Mary Ingalls, though she has kept a lower profile in recent years. She stepped back from the limelight after her Little House days, but has occasionally returned for select acting projects. She's also an author and has written about her experiences on the show. Though not as active in Hollywood as some of her co-stars, Anderson's portrayal of Mary continues to resonate with audiences and remains a defining part of her career. 5. Lindsay and Sydney Greenbush, Carrie Ingalls. Lindsay and Sydney Greenbush shared the role of Carrie Ingalls, the youngest Ingalls daughter, from the tender age of 4. While Carrie had fewer storylines compared to her older sisters, the Greenbush twins became beloved for their innocent and sweet portrayal of the little Ingalls girl. At 53, the Greenbush twins have since retired from acting, choosing to pursue different career paths. Lindsay has focused on animal welfare and horse training, while Sydney pursued a career in real estate. Both sisters have fond memories of their time on Little House and occasionally participate in fan events, but they've largely left Hollywood behind. Despite this, their roles as Carrie remain an iconic part of the show's history. 6. Allison Argent, Nellie Olsen. Allison Argent played the ultimate mean girl of Walnut Grove, Nellie Olsen. With her spoiled attitude and sharp tongue, Nellie was the character everyone loved to hate. Argent was in her early teens when she took on the role and became one of TV's most memorable villains. Now 61, Allison Argent has embraced her role as Nellie Olsen and has turned her on-screen persona into a platform for comedy and advocacy. She's written a memoir about her time on Little House and how playing such a notorious character shaped her career. Today, she's an advocate for AIDS awareness and child protection, and she continues to act, write, and perform stand-up comedy. Far from the spoiled brat she portrayed, Arngrim is warm, funny, and deeply caring, a far cry from Nellie Olsen. 7. Richard Bull, Nels Olsen. Richard Bull played Nels Olsen, the kind-hearted, patient, and often long-suffering father who ran the town's mercantile. Despite his wife Harriet's outrageous behavior, Nels was always a voice of reason, providing balance in their household. Bull was in his mid-50s when he portrayed the gentle shopkeeper, and his portrayal of Nels made him a beloved figure in Walnut Grove. Richard Bull passed away in 2014 at the age of 89, leaving behind a rich legacy in television. His role as Nels Olsen endeared him to fans, and his nuanced performance helped shape the character as more than just a foil to his wife. Bull's passing was met with an outpouring of love from the Little House fan community, with many remembering him as one of the show's most grounded and warm characters. 8. Katherine McGregor, Harriet Olsen. Katherine McGregor portrayed the unforgettable Harriet Olsen, the meddlesome, gossipy, and often outrageous wife of Nels. Her antics often brought comic relief to the show, but beneath Harriet's sometimes unkind demeanor was a woman fiercely protective of her family and social status. McGregor was in her late 40s when she took on the role, and she brought incredible energy to Harriet's over-the-top personality. Katherine McGregor passed away in 2018 at the age of 93. While she stepped back from acting after Little House, her portrayal of Harriet Olsen remains one of the most iconic parts of the show. McGregor embraced the role with gusto, and though Harriet was often seen as a villain, McGregor's performance made her a character audiences loved to hate. Her contributions to the show's dynamic cannot be overstated, and her legacy lives on in the reruns that continue to bring joy to fans. 9. Dean Butler, Almanzo Wilder. Dean Butler portrayed Almanzo Wilder, the dashing love interest and eventual husband of Laura Ingalls. Handsome, hardworking, and reliable, Almanzo became a fan favorite, and Butler was in his late 20s when he took on the role. His romance with Laura was central to the later seasons of the show, and their story added a new depth to the series. At 67, Dean Butler continues to be active in Hollywood, not only as an actor, but also as a producer. He has appeared in several TV shows and documentaries over the years, and has also worked behind the scenes on various projects. Butler has always spoken fondly of his time on Little House, frequently attending fan events and embracing his role in the show's enduring legacy. His portrayal of Almanzo remains one of his most beloved performances. 10. Victor French, Mr. Edwards. Victor French played Isaiah Edwards, affectionately known as Mr. Edwards, the rugged and kind-hearted friend of the Ingalls family. French brought a sense of humor and warmth to the role, and his character's deep bond with Charles Ingalls was a cornerstone of the series. French was in his late 30s when he first appeared on Little House, and his portrayal of Mr. Edwards became a fan favorite. Victor French passed away in 1989 at the age of 54. His loss was deeply felt by the Little House community, as French's presence on the show had brought a unique mix of toughness and tenderness. His portrayal of Mr. Edwards was one of the emotional backbones of the series, especially in the earlier seasons. In addition to his work on Little House, French had a successful career both as an actor and director, leaving behind a lasting legacy in television. 11. Jonathan Gilbert, Willie Olsen. Jonathan Gilbert played the mischievous Willie Olsen, the younger brother of Nellie and the son of Harriet and Nels Olsen. As a child actor, Gilbert's role added a layer of humor to the show, as Willie often found himself in trouble, much to his parents' dismay. At 56, Jonathan Gilbert has left acting behind and transitioned into a career as a stockbroker. He has lived a private life since his time on Little House, staying largely out of the public eye. Despite this, Willie Olsen remains a beloved character for Little House fans, and Gilbert's contribution to the show continues to be fondly remembered. 12. Kevin Hagen, Dr. Hiram Baker. Kevin Hagen played Dr. Hiram Baker, the kind and compassionate town doctor who was always there to help the residents of Walnut Grove. Hagen's performance made Dr. Baker one of the show's most comforting figures, always calm and dependable in times of crisis. Kevin Hagen passed away in 2005 at the age of 77, but his portrayal of Dr. Baker remains one of the show's most enduring contributions. His quiet strength and compassion made him a beloved character, and Hagen's work on Little House is still appreciated by fans today. His gentle demeanor as Dr. Baker left a lasting impact, ensuring his place in the hearts of viewers. 13. Dabbs Greer, Reverend Robert Alden. Dabbs Greer portrayed Reverend Robert Alden, the gentle and wise town minister who offered spiritual guidance to the residents of Walnut Grove. Greer's portrayal was filled with warmth and sincerity, and his character played a key role in many of the show's emotional moments. Dabbs Greer passed away in 2007 at the age of 90. His role as Reverend Alden was just one part of his long career in Hollywood, but it was certainly one of his most memorable. Greer's ability to convey deep kindness made Reverend Alden a pillar of the Little House community, and his contributions to the show have not been forgotten. 14. Charlotte Stewart, Miss Beadle. Charlotte Stewart played Miss Beadle, the beloved schoolteacher of Walnut Grove. With her kind smile and nurturing spirit, Miss Beadle became a key figure in the lives of the Ingalls children, and Stewart brought warmth and charm to the role. At 82, Charlotte Stewart is still active in both acting and writing. She has appeared in various projects over the years, and she has also written a memoir about her time on Little House. Stewart often shares stories from her career, and she remains a beloved figure for fans of the show. Her portrayal of Miss Beadle continues to be remembered with great affection. 15. Merlin Olsen, Jonathan Garvey. Merlin Olsen played Jonathan Garvey, a gentle farmer and close friend of the Ingalls family. His character was known for his strength and kindness, and Olsen brought a quiet dignity to the role. Merlin Olsen passed away in 2010 at the age of 69. Before his acting career, Olsen was a professional football player, and his dual success in both sports and entertainment was remarkable. His time on Little House remains one of the highlights of his acting career, and his portrayal of Jonathan Garvey is still cherished by fans.